What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. I want to first start off by apologizing to everyone. My last video was not the best, but it came at a kind of a great cost. I actually was working on the car, as you saw in the video. I was just trying to get it started and try to get everything kind of dialed in. As you saw from the last video, the suspension work, I got all of that stuff done, and after that I kind of like stopped the video. I haven't really edited the video yet, so I don't exactly know what's in it, but I will say this. I heard a car. You can hear it too. Like I said before, I'm just so sorry. Like, it just cut off. It just faded to black, really, because I couldn't really get the car started, and I want to go through everything that I went through to get this car, you know, to where it's at right now. I want to say big ups to Dan, because he just happened to come over that yesterday, and he actually helped me out quite a bit. And I you know, it's good to have good friends that can actually push you through and actually get you through. And, you know, they see a problem. They want to kind of help out as best they can. So I wish Dan was here right now, actually. I'm pretty sure he's probably working mandatory overtime. But I want to start off by going through everything that I did and showing you guys exactly what the issues were. But first off, I want to start by doing this here. So, all right, my workstation and everything like that is a mess, but I want to show you guys just real quick. Okay, as you can see, it is running finally. So I'm going to show you exactly every single little thing that I did to try to get this thing going, because ultimately it really wasn't anything dumb that I did or anything like that. Me and Dan kind of went through and we tried everything yesterday, tried everything. So, all right, as you guys know, or do not know, you know, I don't know exactly who's watching these videos or whatnot, but the car was a North Carolina car, and it was like pretty much a drag car. It had a big turbo setup in it. It had like a bunch of work done. Obviously, all of that stuff kind of came out because I guess the motor blew, but which is not that big of a deal. So I got a fresh motor out of an RVR from Japan. It's the same 2-liter double overhead cam turbo that the Evos have, except for it's just got a smaller turbo and the intake manifold is smaller. So I swapped all that stuff out and I put Evo stuff in it. So, all right, we're gonna worry about everything else here. So I went through and I had issues starting this thing. Right from the jump, I went right for spark plugs. So I bought brand new spark plugs and I gapped them, as you guys saw on the video, or might not have seen. I don't know if I actually filmed it. But I gapped them, and I like to use copper plugs. I've always used copper plugs in all of my cars, except for the Evo 10, because there's no listing for a copper plug on that. You guys can, you know, you guys can help me out with that if you can. Like, I don't know if they do make copper plugs, but I have iridiums in there. It's an everyday driver, so I don't really need anything super crazy. So it's not going through a lot of boost. So, but every other car, I use copper plugs. So this car is no different. So I put copper plugs in it and I gapped them down to about 23 to 24, somewhere around there. So all four, that's how I have it in the white Evo. That's how I do it in this car. So I did that, and it didn't have a bunch of stuff. So it didn't have this ground. So I had to put this ground on. Dan would attest to that. No ground there. And what else did I go for? So after I noticed that there was no ground, I made sure I put a ground there. I made sure all the grounds were all tight, and I pulled the coil packs and I put spark plugs at the end of those coil packs to see if it was arcing off the valve cover, which it was. So I put what I thought were a fresh set of like 1,000 or 1,200 cc injectors. I thought they were pretty fresh, and I put those in there. Now only 2 and 3 were the ones that were actually firing. So you would see like it would just to the moon with gasoline, just spit it out of there. Which I know that 2 and 3 were good. So 1 and 4 were just not getting any kind of signal at all from the ECU to fire the injectors. So what I did was I was fortunate. I actually do have a set of OEM injectors in there, and I tested them on the battery. I you know, made sure that the solenoids were clicking and that they were working fine. Worked perfectly fine. Good. On to the next one. All right. So looking down from the top after you pull the spark plugs out, you can see 1 and 4 are completely dry. 2 and 3 soaked with gas. So I had to figure out why it was doing what it was doing. So what I did was I made sure that there was pressure getting to the fuel rail, which there was. I just didn't know if the return line had anything to do with it. So when I bought this car, this pressure, you know, return line here, it was like caked up. I think there was like a wasp's nest or something like that in it. So like I didn't know if that had anything to do with it. So what I did was I went to the back, and this was all after Dan had left. So I went to the back, I pulled out all the fuel pump stuff, and I pulled off the return line, which is this line here. I know it's a little dark. It is the line here, the rubber line. So 3 lines. There's an in, a you know, auxiliary pump for the other side. This line goes to the front, and this line is the return. So what I did was I took that line off and I blew it out with compressed air, and obviously like it had some cake stuff in it. So I blew that all out. Everything started running a lot better. You could see the motor start to catch, but it just wouldn't start. So what I did was I had a freshly, it wasn't this battery. I had a battery, actually this one here. It was a bigger battery, but it was a battery nonetheless. And I had it sideways, and I was going through, and I had my, you know, my jumper here, like with 12 volts, you know, just kicking at it. So what actually happened was it would catch, and then it would smoke up everything because 2 of the cylinders were just not firing. So I didn't know exactly what to do. I kind of looked. I saw online that people were saying that it was the crank angle sensor. So I put the car up, changed the crank angle sensor, still did the same exact thing. Next thing I checked was it had a code, just one. It was for a P0304, I think that's what it is. It was a camshaft position sensor, which is right here. Now, what I did was, thankfully, I have 3 Evos here, and I have a bunch of sensors, so I swapped out this sensor for the one on Ivy, and still the same exact thing, so which meant that that wasn't the issue. So then I went after another like issue. Let me get my flashlight here, and I can show you. All right, so down underneath here are 2 things. This one is the injector. Well, how can you say it? There you go. It is the injector resistor and the resistor box. You know, like solenoid thing or whatever. It's for the injectors to fire. So what I did, I didn't know if those were good at all or if they were bad. I don't really, in my personal opinion, I don't really see too many of those going bad, so I did not think that was the case. But I swapped out a bunch of stuff just to see, and with no luck. All right, so the next thing I did was I went to the laptop, and the laptop has always been my friend, I swear. And what I did was I actually have, you know, like if you don't know, you know, my Evo guys do know this. Evo Scan and Evo Flash, ECU Flash are your friend. But like with this, in this particular, you know, whatever case, I actually had a map that my tuner sent me. So shout out to KP Tuning. he sent me a map a long time ago for one of my cars, and it just so happened that that flash worked on this car with stock ECU and the stock injectors. So I got really lucky that I had a flash ready to go, and now I'm at the point right now where now I can actually pull it outside, because I don't want to really smoke up the garage here. I can pull it outside, I can actually fill it up with coolant, and I could take it for a quick drive up down the block just to make sure everything is semi-solid. As you guys know from the last video, I still do not have that inner tie rod end. So I will be trying to source that within the next couple of days here. But I've been trying to get this car started for at least a good day and a half or so. And finally, I have it done. The wife has been telling me that her car needs an oil change, like the daily needs an oil change. So, whew, I'm so happy to kind of get this thing finished. So let me get this bad boy outside. We'll fill it up with coolant, and maybe we'll just take it for a quick ride up and down the block. So, let's go. So, as you can tell, the car is off. Oh, that's fuel. Whew, man, I was getting worried. I was like, what the hell is that? All right, so I got a couple of issues right off the jump. One, I don't have any coolant. I thought I had like two big things over there, 3 big things, but one is brake fluid, one is power steering fluid. So I need to actually run to the store, grab this, and I think we should be good. And for some reason, the brake pedal is really ridiculously tough to push in. So I don't know if it's something with the brake booster, which it probably is, or what it is. I don't exactly know, but we'll figure this out. We will definitely figure this out. So let me go to the store real quick, and yeah, I'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so I didn't really get much done. I had to actually go to the store and get coolant, which I have right here, thanks to the guys over at Coast. I just went to go see my boy Anthony and his 350. Actually, I think it's a 370Z. It's really nice. But my boy Jose, shout out to Jose. He I saw his right-hand drive Supra, and it was fire. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna post a picture down below, or I'll probably do it in the video. But anyway, I'm back now. So I'm here, and one of the things I did notice is that the brake pedal was extremely hard, and I was just like, man, what the hell is it? So this is the line that goes in here, and as you can tell, well, you probably can't tell, there's a little bulge there. Bulge. It's a check valve, one-way check valve. So this is the side for the intake manifold, this is the side for the brake booster. So air travels from this side and sucks it all the way down to this side. All right, so you get the concept. All right, so it's not really that big of a deal. So I took the hose off just to kind of look, and look at what I see. Look at this. Can you see that? That is gunk in there. It's probably like starting of a wasp's nest, or trying to get a wasp's nest. This is the type of stuff I've been dealing with this car. So every orifice like this that something could get into, it has been. So I did find a wasp's nest down below, underneath the car. So yeah, it was pretty bad. So I think what I'm gonna do is just kind of get all that stuff out. I'm gonna get all the crud out, and hopefully we should be better off. I gotta get a pick or something. Excuse my mess. It is really messy. Usually I don't work in this type of filth, but hopefully this is just like a cotter pin for a timing belt. So stick that in there, see if that'll work. Holy crap, that's a lot in there. All right, I gotta get something longer. So let me do this real quick and hopefully it'll be better. Give me 1 second. All right, so that was pretty quick and easy, painless. So I reinstalled, so let's go check. Let's go see how this bad boy looks now. Excuse the interior, it is a mess, obviously. Like, look at that, there's no gas pedal either. It's sitting in the glove box, but let's see if this bad boy is better. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, way better, way better. All right, so now, since we do have that problem eliminated, oh, let me adjust my camera here. Since now we do have that problem eliminated, next thing we're gonna do is deal with all of this crap. I know why the anti-lock thing is on. I'm missing a wheel speed sensor on the passenger side. The glove box is out because my computer is here and the ECU is down there. So it is a little bit of a mess. So what you're gonna do? Ooh, turn the heat on all the way high. Oh man, there's probably something in there. All right, so that's what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna get to work and bleeding this right quick. So give me a little bit. Put you on time lapse. Let's go. Alright people, we do have a little bit to go before it actually warms up to operating temp, but I do have a bunch of this stuff coolant in here. So next thing I will need to do whenever we get this back in the garage here is, one, I need to figure out why I need this, because the e-brake is not holding. That's number one. And the second part is I need to find out where these things go. So this thing has a, I'll actually just show you. I'll show you in the trunk here. It has a AEM water meth kit, and right off the jump, I'm not really a big fan of it. Not of the system itself, but of having something like this in the car. So I really don't want to give anybody the opportunity to just blow their car up. So I'm gonna probably take this out and get rid of it. I don't know if I'm gonna use it in any of my cars, but I will just I don't know, hold on to it until I figure out what I want to do with it. I might just install this bad boy back into the car. I just got to figure out what side it goes on, and yeah, start to clean this bad boy up, since now it actually moves on its own steam. But one of the things that, like, I don't know anything about this True Boost. Can anybody tell me how this True Boost works? Like, does it show like just I don't know, does it show just regular, like there's no boost and I don't know what's going on there? And my wideband, I don't know why it says heater. Well, in the camera it's pulsing heater, but it's not doing that in real life. But anyway, yeah, I have to get all these lights off. The SRS light is on, the ABS light is on. Like I got all these freaking lights on. But you know what? Little by little, I will get it all done. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna take this bad boy for a ride. So once this thing actually warms up to operating temp, then I can just take it up and down the block. So I will be looking for leaks, so that's not going to be anything interesting for you to watch. So when it's all done, I will update you with the progress. Give me a second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so the fans, well, the fan is on, but I don't know, like, hopefully I didn't mess up the mic too much. Well, the fan is actually on right now, but this fuse or relay wasn't there. So I'm gonna have to go to the store, my famous line. I'm gonna have to go to the store, get a relay for this, because I pulled it out of Ivy, because I know that fan was working, and I know that this one, it's working, obviously, but there was no relay in there. So as of right now, it's not really blowing super hot air, but there's something going on. I think it's like a blockage or something like that where the fan is, because it's not blowing out super crazy. So, but yeah, it's about time for us to actually take this bad boy for a ride, and then we can pull it back into the shop and we can relax the rest of the day, because this is just, it's been eating away at me. Actually, it has no power steering fluid, so I need to do the power steering stuff too. So I need to actually bleed that out. Should I do that before I go out? Nah, I think I'm gonna just drive it and see what happens. So let's take it for a quick drive. All right, people, I don't know how this is really gonna look, so I'm gonna just aim it towards me, and we're gonna just take it up and down the block here. One of the things I have noticed is that this clutch, let me pull this down. One thing that I've noticed, that this clutch is kind of noisy, and I mean, it is, oh my God. Can you hear that? I don't really like that, so give me 1 second. All right, I'm sorry about that. I think, I don't know if it's the heat shield on the brake caliper or brake, what you call it? The brakes back there. But I can definitely hear something. Something's catching on something. Something's grinding. I don't know what it is. Oh yeah. I will say this right off the bat. I do like the clutch. It is not like super harsh engagement. So hopefully the wheel doesn't fall off and we'll be okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Don't know if I feel super comfortable driving this thing up and down a block, but it's definitely pulling already. I'm gonna just get out real quick, look around the car, and see if there's anything loose, missing, anything like that. So give me a second. All right, I don't really see anything that's obvious, so let's continue. It is gonna be really, really loud, but I don't know. Just to get it up and down the block. Oh yeah, you can hear it. In the steering wheel, like I kind of figured we would, just because that inner tie rod in. So, oh God, don't fall off. Jesus, I'm so sorry, everybody. But yeah, so we need to change that inner tie rod stat, and we need to get this this power steering bled like ASAP. The motor sounds good, the clutch feels good, the trans feels good, everything feels good. So I'm very, very happy with it so far. Just gotta get that, get my stuff together. Just give it a little boost. Oh, I'm so sorry, everybody. Gave it a little boost there. Don't want to give it too much more boost, but yeah, the car runs really good, even though it doesn't feel like it or seem like it. It does run really good. It is running really good, so I'm very, very happy with the way it is running. Hopefully, like, you guys can see me. It is running really, really good. The clutch feels good, like I said before. The trans feels good. So all I really need to do is start to really clean up all the little stupid stuff, like the inner tie rod end. I got to do that. I got to figure out like what I'm going to do about these brakes and rotors, because I don't know if it's the brakes and rotors that are catching or what it is. But and get this steering wheel bled, man. Jesus, I got to do something. And the steering wheel looks like crap too, so pretty upset about it. So I don't know. I do have a bunch of stuff I need to get done, but let's be real, it's not overheating. I got a bunch of lights on, but that's the e-brake. You see, we're moving. Yeah, that's awesome, right? All right, so yeah, let's get this. All right. Can you hear the trans? Because it is the clutch that's making that sound. Well, I'm pretty sure it's the clutch that makes that sound. But as soon as you actually step on the clutch pedal, it goes away. So if that's all I got to worry about, not worried about it at all. Other than that, it does feel really, really good. And I just need to get some of the stuff together, and we could start to wrap this bad boy up. Well, not wrap it up. I just tell you, there's still lots of stuff that we need to do, but it's looking like a car. And you know what? It's really quiet. It's like really quiet, almost like dangerously quiet. Like you wouldn't even know that this was an exhaust. It's got an exhaust on it, which is nuts. So yeah, I don't know. Looking in the interior, I need to do a bunch of stuff, try to get this bad boy back on the road, back together. So yeah, there's a lot of work we need to do still, but I'm feeling really, really good about this project car right now. So like yesterday, if you would have asked me, I'd be like, nah, ready to burn it. You know what I mean? Like, to get rid of it, move on to the next one. But it's projects cars, man. You know what I mean? Like, anybody that's into these cars or any of these like modified cars, you guys definitely know that you know, it takes some patience to get them right. So I don't know, just looking outside, whew, it's like, look at that view, man. Like, how could you like not? And then we got this over here, and then that over there. Woo! So yeah, I need to get a couple more things done for this, and we should be solid. So I'm gonna put this back in the garage. I'm going to move the Ivy back in. Yeah, and I don't know, kind of clean up a little bit, because as you can tell, like, it's still light outside, but the sun is definitely going down, and it's definitely going down fast. So I don't know, and I'm sweaty. I've been all over the place again, but the project has started, so we can kind of move on to the next few steps. So if you like this content, you want to watch where the Evo is going to go next, like, comment, subscribe. We definitely have more content for you guys coming. I don't know how many videos I've done already about this car, but we're kind of off to the races, and I'm feeling really, really good about it. So I don't know, like, comment, subscribe. I'll definitely see you guys on the next one. All right, deuces.